Who built this van? How much did it cost? And how do I make money just traveling? Those juicy answers and much more coming up on this Wild by the Mile ride. Hey everyone and welcome. I'm Liz Bryant, or Wild by the Mile on Instagram. I travel alone and full-time in my Mercedes Sprinter van. Yes, I want to stress full-time, so no, I'm not glamping as some people say it, or I'm not a weekender. I get down and dirty in my van. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I don't get down and dirty. The only part that's dirty are my feet. Take two. Here are some of the basics of my Mercedes Sprinter. It's a 2016 4-cylinder turbo diesel van. The wheelbase is 144 inches, meaning it's the shortest option that you can buy, and it is a high roof. So if you're 6'3" to 6'4", you can walk around with ease without hitting your head. Now, some people assume that this van is a 4-wheel drive because I have BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2 tires, but in fact, it is a 2-wheel drive. I purchased the van brand new as a steel shell, so it had no windows in the back. From the cabin to the back doors, there was nothing. It was just a black steel frame. Welcome in. As you can see, everything is light and white. That was kind of my theme, is that I wanted it to feel really open. How do I make money and travel full time? It's a great question, and it's something that everyone wants to know. It's probably the most frequently asked question. Hey, Cash. I own my own video production company. I transitioned into this 3 years ago after leaving NBC News as a television news reporter after 7 years. So I specialize in medical marketing videos. One client is a hospital in San Diego County. And what we do is we take a patient who's had successful care and we show how they're back doing what they love. So I give this hospital 12 consecutive calendar days each month, meaning they can book me for those 12 days and I have to be in San Diego County to film with them. Now, they don't use 12 consecutive days. They may only use 3 to 5 days each month. After I film, I drive wherever I want to roam, wherever I want to explore that month. And that is where I edit these videos, which it actually gives me a lot of creative freedom. It gives me a lot of inspiration because I'm not tied down to one location or looking at the same wall every day at the same computer desk and trying to figure out how I want to put this story together. As for you, what advice I can give you, honestly, this is it. I don't have the answers for you, and I can't tell you what to do. This has to be part of your path and part of your journey, and it's also a part of just figuring out how you can make your life work and how you can set it up. So I'm sorry I don't have XYZ steps to give you, and sometimes that means taking a pretty damn big leap of faith and trusting and working your ass off. Hope that helps. Who built the van? Well, it really makes me laugh when I see on the internet, oh, she just found a boyfriend for a few months, a suitable candidate, and made him build this van and then kicked him to the curb. Yeah, well, that's 100% false. Let's just get that out of the way, that assumption. So here is the story. I was in a 2.5-year relationship with a guy. We met on the Pacific Crest Trail hiking in April of 2015. We literally met in the middle of the woods, one step in front of the other hiking. After the trail, we decided that we both wanted to live in San Diego together. So we didn't know anyone, we had no jobs, we had no place to live. We flew from Seattle to San Diego and started new lives all together. He was from the East Coast, I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. A big switch, a big change. And then we decided we wanted another adventure after the PCT. So that's when we found Van Life on Instagram. We researched for about a year to a year and a half. This was our agreement. This was our setup. I was the financer and he was the laborer. So I kind of oversaw the project. I was the project manager and I was the designer, and he was the laborer and the engineer on the project. So he put it in AutoCAD and made everything very seamless. 3 months into van life, August to October, his own entrepreneur business didn't take off like expected, and he didn't feel like he was really contributing, which is completely it's completely understandable. He needed to feel like a provider. He needed to feel that masculinity. And so he kind of felt like he lost himself. And one day he lost himself so much that he said, "Take me to the airport," and he left. And that was it. That was the end of our relationship. Now, I want to stress that I am very grateful for him, our relationship, and I'm grateful for this van that we built together. And as far as I know, he's not in the business of building vans, but if that changes, I can give you his contact information. Why did you choose a Sprinter? Here are the 3 main reasons why I chose a Sprinter: the time that it's been on the market, the resale value, and the gas mileage for the diesel engine. The Sprinter is a tried and trusted engine. It's been out for decades, whether that be under the Freightliner family, the Dodge family, or the Mercedes family. Also, Sprinters hold their value. The resale market is really expensive. So if you go on AutoTrader, Craigslist, any searches right now, you can find that the Sprinter does not depreciate very much. Even if you look for like a 2008 with 100 to 200,000 miles on it, you're still going to be paying, I don't know, I think $20,000. Don't quote me on that, do your own research, but their resale value is still high. This is a 4-cylinder turbo diesel Sprinter. It is not a 6-cylinder, although it does come in an option as a 6-cylinder. Again, I'll stress 4-cylinder. So it gets about 30 miles per gallon. That's before I put the Thule rack on top, so let's give or take about 2 to 3 miles per gallon. Also, I added the solar panels on top. How much did the van cost? Well, this is the first time I've ever broached this subject, so please be kind. I've heard once, or I read once, that if you spent money on a van or if you have a fancy van life, then you're not worthy. I disagree. I completely disagree, because when did money make you worthy of traveling full time or exploring this world? If you buy new, you get a warranty, and you also get corporate financing, so 0.9% APR or 1.9% APR over the life of the loan. That's either 5 years or 7 years. So my Sprinter cost $40,000, and I put $10,000 down. After buying the van, I spent about $18,000 in materials, so everything inside and even on the roof, the solar panels and the Thule rack, and also my Luminous ladder on the outside. Nothing in here was part of a sponsorship. I didn't receive a break on my wood or my fridge or my curtains. The materials that I bought at full price. Mostly from Home Depot. I think I went there every single day, even 2 times a day. I know all the aisles. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. And if there's something you want to know, don't hesitate, just ask. Leave it in the comments below or message me on Instagram @WildByTheMile. See you soon.